do to improve and create more after-school programs for students? What's wrong with it? And the first candidate to answer this question will be Brett Buck.
As I mentioned before, I was a AmeriCorps Promise Fellow. I was also a hub coordinator for the Minneapolis after-school program that actually pulled together all the service agencies, the Boys and Girls Club parks, and faith-based organizations. And we had a regional approach in order to make those, to provide as much service as we possibly can. It's time to start breaking the mold, the ideas of the 20th century. Don't work with the kids right now. So we're going to put these innovative ideas on the table for these kids, but we're first going to listen to the youth and say, what do you really want? And then how do we want to build the necessary resources and the facilities to get it done. And then here's the other thing that we're going to do. We're going to shoot for the stars. We're going to say, if you want to be the next lawyer, we're going to make sure that you're connected with that mentor to become the next lawyer and continue on from there. We're also going to strive to be one of the top 100 communities for youth in the country as well.
Thank you, Brett. All right. Next candidate to answer this question will be Ian Alexander.
Very quickly, you learn a lot of interesting things when you run for office. And one is that zip code 55411 and 55405, so basically North Minneapolis, has the highest percentage of young people below the age of 18 per capita population in the entire state of Minnesota. We have the third lowest percentage of money spent on those youth for youth programs in the state of Minnesota. Third lowest. In my opinion, we have tons of money being spent on the north side by various nonprofits and various foundations, but it hasn't been coordinated very well. I think one of the things I'd like to do is to work with a number of people to try, particularly on West Broadway and other areas, but West Broadway, to have a youth node on West Broadway. Right now we have a lot of available real estate near the Y, but what I see every day is I see a bunch of younger people dropping off their even younger siblings at the Y, and then they leave. And I think there's a lot that can be done, it just needs to be coordinated. Thank you.
Thank you. Kel Severson.
This is my specialty. This is what I've done for the past 15 years, and I love doing. So, you know, I could talk for 10 minutes at least about this, but we have a world-renowned park system here in Minneapolis. It's the best, they say, in the world. They just received a huge reward. But the fact is we need you guys, you community members, and me. We have to hold people accountable. We got to call John Olson, our park commissioner here on the north side, and we need to say, hey, North Commons doesn't have the programming that Pearl Park does in South Minneapolis. Why don't we have that? Why, you know, and the other thing that we got to switch to is it's the same with the school board. Why doesn't North High School have the community ed program that Southwest has? We have the kids, we have the opportunities. The other thing is I'd love to see North High School or Franklin or one of these schools put some money into a real redesign, and not just after school program, but after work program, so we can bridge the relationships between kids and their parents, so they can work out together and they can do community programming together. I would love to see something happen like that right at North High School.
All right, wrong yet?
The simple answer to this is just that we have to authorize more funding for after-school programs, for youth programs here in North Minneapolis. And you know, we understand that the youth are our assets up here. Now, let's back it up by spending the money to make it so. And that's the thing, is that you know, we have the Police Athletic League, or the Police Activities League, the Youth Coordinating Board, and other programs from the city, and we need to make these more solid programs. But here's the other thing that you all might know is that you know, at a ward DFL convention, there was this deal cut in which one person got the endorsement over another person, and the promise was that they would build an LGBT community center, you know, in Powder Horn area. And you know, let me just say this: I mean, if we're cutting deals like that, we gotta get a deal for North Minneapolis too, and we have to get something like that here as well. That's just the bottom line. I mean, if we're cutting deals and we're making these things happen, I mean, we have to cut deals for us here, and, you know, we need to negotiate that to make it happen over here as well.
Thank you. Let's give our